Hi everyone, and welcome to another book review for today. This one being Housecat Trouble, and this is by Mason Dickerson. This is a graphic novel, and this is actually a middle grade. Now, when looking at Goodreads, it says that this is a humor. Highly agree with that tag. And this also says fantasy, and that's pretty much all it says other than comics, graphic novel, children's, middle grade. As far as fantasy, the only fantastical element would be, one, the cats can talk, although you only getting what the cats are saying when you're in the cat's perspective. When you are looking at things as a whole with like a human communicating with the cat, at that point the cat's meow and you get the human words. But when it's just the animals, cats, crows, dogs, they all talk. The only fantastical element is going to be these little purple things that you're seeing back here are monsters. And so this is actually a kitten, and this one, so here's a better picture of those monsters. Let me grab that, and there you go. So this definitely is a middle grade, and this is what the art looks like throughout all of it. These little monsters, I guess it's the house cat's job to keep these particular creatures at bay. And there's what's called a key. The cat has to find a key in order to weaken the monsters. There are these berries, they call them shade berries. They look like blackberries, but I don't know the actual term, and I believe it was touched upon with that at one point. But these particular monsters can affect the human emotions so much. It is the job of the house cat to keep these monsters at bay and away from the home so that they are able to protect the emotions and the well-being of their human that they live with. In this, at the start of the book, the human of this particular cat goes somewhere for a day. The cat has plenty of food and water and everything that they need, a fresh litter box. And the cat is able to go outside, although this little kitten does not venture past the yard. Well, one day there's this cat that comes and it's talking about how there's these monsters there. And then that cat goes away. And then there's these two kind of alley cats that come up and basically take the kitten under their wings. They get the kitten to leave the yard and they go on an adventure to try to find this berry. They have to communicate with crows, and then they go and they get to this area where they have to run from dogs, and the dogs are chasing the cats to try to kill the cats. But it's a middle grade. You can kind of guess how that's going to resolve. Nothing overly tragic in this. Now, one thing that I liked the representation of with these cats is that one of the cats in this that is helping this kitten actually is missing a leg. So you have a three-legged cat in this. So even cats' lives can be a little unpredictable. There's one point in this where the two cats that are helping this kitten talk about how they used to be house cats together, and then something happened and they had to leave their home. So they are now basically alley cats. So you kind of get a little bit more backstory. That's pretty much all I can say. Now, I will say this is part of a series called Housecat Trouble. That's the name of the series. This is the first book. There is a second book out. I am going to want to get that in the future. And so far it's just the two. So I don't know if this is going to be a duology or if it will continue on. But it was just very sweet. At the end, the human does come back. At one point, you do have, like this one doesn't really give anything away. You know, these little monsters are attacking one of the alley cats. At one point, you see that the kitten is in this field, and this would be another fantastical element. The kitten is basically inside one of these monsters. You know, and this kitten is so accepting of these other cats, and it takes a little bit more for one of these alley cats to warm up and accept the kitten. But this little cat friendship forms, and it is very sweet. When they talk about the key, it is basically a key of something that triggered these negative emotions to start happening in the human's life. Could be a phone call, so maybe a phone is a key. Could be an actual key, could be a letter, could be who knows? There's the opportunities are endless, basically. One of the cats in the Alley Cats does give quite a few metaphors, and I can see how that would be a little confusing to kids, but I think they would mostly like the drawings and the adventures that the cat goes on. For example, one of the metaphors is that we all have a fish inside of our belly, from the cat's point of view, and you must nourish the fish inside your belly and take care of the fish. So that can definitely be a little confusing, I think. It was a little kind of confusing to me, but I was just kind of able to push that off to the side, being like, that's kind of how that cat is, and just move on. And then you just see the growth of the particular kitten in this, and that was very fun to watch as well. So that's pretty much all I can say for a middle grade graphic novel. I do recommend this. This was very fun, and again, I look forward to getting my hands on the second book in this series to continue on with it. And I don't know if it's going to be only a duology or if it'll be more, but we'll see what happens. Maybe, hopefully it'll say and kind of allude to if it's going to continue or not once I get the second one. So that'll be it. Let me know if you've read this, or if there is another kind of graphic novel that is very heavily, or manga, that is very heavily portrayed by cats or has a lot of cats in it. Let me know. I will definitely be interested in checking out more stuff with cats. I do have a couple of other mangas and stuff with cats, but I'm open for more suggestions. So just talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.